Y para nuestro último segmento tenemos aquí dos personalidades, dos mujeres maravillosas, muy empresarias, muy proactivistas. Vienen desde Miami, las dos, y vamos a hacer este segmento en inglés, una parte. Así que sí, perdón mi inglés, pero bueno. So we want to welcome Elena Cardón. Hi, Elena, come. Big applause for Elena, please. And Perla Machain also. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. This is going to be like an interview, okay? You love it, yes, perfect. So you're wondering, who's Elena Cardón, no? What is she doing here in Mexico City? And so...
Too.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't even know yet. No, but I want to ask you first. What is 10X? What is the 10X empire that you're building, and what is this about? So everybody could know a little bit.
Well, my husband is Grant Cardone, and he wrote a book called The 10X Rule. And basically, it's a multiplier, meaning you have to 10X, go 10 times what it is that you think it takes in order to achieve a goal. So if you think it takes one phone call, make it 10 phone calls, et cetera, et cetera. So we've built this whole 10X empire, and now we're looking to grow and expand and build an empire across the globe, actually. And
now, this is the question, and this is your new venture, but what do you're here for the real estate? I know you're trying to do something with the 10X in the real estate. So what is it about?
Okay, so recently my husband partnered with Glenn Sanford, who's the founder of eXp Realty, to put his training material on the platform of eXp. And so in order for that deal to facilitate, someone needed to become a realtor. So I volunteered to become a realtor. And in that, I learned about this model called eXp Realty, which they have the part where the traditional agent can make their commission. eXp takes an 80-20 split. I don't know how detailed we want to go into this, until they cap at $16,000, and then they're at 100%. So that was exciting to me. But then there's also bucket number 2, where the people that I bring in or who join my team at eXp rewards me for them doing transactions, for supporting them doing their transactions. So this opened up the door for me to now go and meet people around the world, because eXp is open not only in all 50 states in America, but in 17 countries, Mexico being one of them. So it really gave me the opportunity to, wow, now I can always do what I wanted to do, which is expand globally and meet people and bring the U.S. to Mexico or to wherever other country I'm working on. So the second bucket is you get rewarded, bonused on people doing transactions that you bring into the organization. I liked it because it's appealing, because it's a second source of income. So for those of you that don't know who we are, my husband and I, we have 10,000 apartments that we own. We have multifamily. By the end of this year, we'll have 40,000 units. Okay. We'll have 4 billion assets under management.
Growing fast.
Growing
10X,
very
10X,
fast, yes.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be the woman behind the thousands, not just be the woman beside. I know people have a button on that word, behind. But I wanted to be able to offer mindset, infrastructure, and support, the thing that I do the best than what I did in growing our organization. Now, when people come into our organization, in our team, I support them and building and making them better, and then I get bonused on that, and so do they. So you can earn your way to rich. Okay, a lot of people don't realize this. People think earned income, I'm suddenly wealthy. That's not actually true. Earned income makes you rich, but second and third and fourth streams of income is the only way to create wealth. And I'm interested in financial freedom and financial leaving a legacy for all, not just us. We've already done that. So this model, by this vehicle, this model, it allows other people to have a second and a third source of income. So in between doing a transaction of selling a property or a home, they can be earning money off of other people doing real estate transactions. And the third bucket that EXP offers with the vehicle is the opportunity to earn equity ownership into the company. So most agents that work for a broker don't own the brokerage. They don't get a reward for that. Well, in EXP, when you hit certain bonuses, you actually get rewarded in stock, which is also willable. You can leave the stocks to your children. This portion of this business that you build up by bringing people into the organization, realtors that are doing transactions, that is willable. And that's what I'm interested in. So that's why I'm here looking to build my team and seeing if the model works and how we can grow and really build something great for.
And how do you plan to reach these goals to conquer Latin America?
I have Perla.
All right.
I have you.
Partner.
You know, it starts with one person. It starts with knowing somebody who trusts you. I say, find the one you trust and build an empire. And it's aligning yourself up with the same people who have similar core values, who think big, who have the audacity and the courage to go for it, maybe in spite of, I'm not supposed to be where I am now. I never went to college. I didn't think I was really smart in school. I was always an artist, a visionary. So I'm not supposed to be here. I come from a small town in New Orleans, Louisiana, troubled upbringing, and yet here I am, you know. Here I am today. And I have the audacity to keep going and stretching and seeing how far can this little girl from New Orleans, Louisiana, how far can she go? And if I can make it, then hopefully I can inspire somebody else who was a me back then to also do the same. And that's what I'm really looking for now, aligning myself with other people who have the similar core values and want to accomplish big things and have the audacity to go for it.
All right. I want to ask you, what helps you to maintain this mindset, that you're doing? So perhaps some examples of your habits or activities or your mantras, or what helped you to do this?
Well, I have a bigger purpose now. Now that I've sort of hit a statistic in life, we're very successful. Now my drive is my purpose, which is I want to make a difference. I want to impact lives. I want to restore the value of the family value to society. So I want to be a model couple. I want to restore the value of women to society. I just have these big goals that are so much bigger than just little me. And so that's what really helps me now, because there are times and moments that are difficult in life and you get hit, and you know, it's true. Sometimes the higher you go and the more visible you are, the more people like to take shots at you. And, you know, sometimes there is a temptation to shut the curtains when you get in a position that we're in, you know. And it's safe. And I understand why people of wealth do that. But Grant, my husband, and I in 2008, when we were on the verge of losing it all, we said if we ever were going to make it, we would never close the curtain. So good, bad, or ugly, I want to keep those curtains open so that somebody else who is just like me can say, what did they do right? What did they do wrong? With the whole intention of how can I fast track your way to success? The only thing I am interested in right now is heightened levels of success. My area of expertise and my superheroism is when you have taken yourself to your highest point and you cap out, and everyone does, because you need an empire. No one does it alone. That's a big myth, the solopreneur. Like, who does it on their own? Like, go study history. In the history of the world, no one's ever done it alone. You need people. So when you go to your highest level and you can't go any further, I'm the expert of pushing you up and helping you go and stretch to the heightened level of success. So that's really my area of expertise and what I'm interested in. And so that motivates me. It motivates me to see somebody else who can come from nothing or not have the mindset or think that they can do it. And I want to be that person that can help them. So it's not about me anymore at this point. My legacy play, I have everything. I mean, I know it's not popular to flaunt the things that you have. But it's also important to understand that certain things in the materialistic world are trophies. And because I have my own plane, I have 2 helicopters, I'm very comfortable in the material universe. Those things are important. Not only do they get me around the world and meeting new people, but they're important to say, you know what, in the physical universe, every time I look at something like that, that is my Super Bowl ring. That's my trophy. I don't play sports. There's no chance I'm going to get a trophy. When I look at something like that, I can see all of the things that we did right, all of the things we did right by avoiding all the people that weren't ethical or right. And do y'all have this expression, the dangling carrot? Where you go for how many times we had the courage to walk away from something because we knew it wasn't right. So those trophies are important in life. But my point to that is I have all of that, and I like that, and I will not ever deny that. But my spiritual legacy at this point is I want to bring as many people as I possibly can with this little lifetime that I have to the highest level, and to see how far we can grow our potential. And I'm really on a mission to really come up together. I've met a lot of billionaires out there, and they're not cut from the same cloth that I am. I'm just I like my people. The little people. We've been called the little people. And so I want to be at the top with all of my people, the little people. And I want to have the big celebration of life at the top with them, not the ones that I've already met. Even though I'll never criticize a billionaire, because I feel you can't have what you criticize. So.
And what do you think about Mexico?
I love Mexico, okay? I love Mexico. The people here are incredible. My husband was asked to do a speaking presentation a couple years ago, so we were in Monterrey. I was only in Monterrey for 24 hours. We did a 19-country world tour. I've been all over the world in front of very large audiences. Mexico was number 1 in the world as far as I have never seen an audience be so like, whoa, and pumped up and just so gracious and kind and passionate and genuine. And the people here are very real. And one of the things I love the most is a total stranger will just hug and embrace you and make you feel part of the family and not like an oddball, and that you're part of the family. So I feel very comfortable here.
Yeah,
Plus, I really want to be Latina.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I was born in Madrid, Spain, as an American citizen on Spanish soil, and I've been obsessed with Latinos, quite literally. But now I'm married, not to a Latino, but I'm okay. But I secretly want to be Latina.
Well, we welcome you. So, I know you were having fun here. We had a lovely dinner yesterday with Perla. And I saw that, I hear that you love that Mexicans come and hug you, even if they don't know you. No, they welcome you. So that's what we are. That's how Mexicans are. But now we're going to talk about Perla. ¿Quieres que lo hablamos en español? Sí, mejor. Perla, sin duda, es una de las top producers o las brokers más importantes que ha vendido más departamentos en Miami al mercado mexicano, sin duda. ¿Y llevas haciéndolo cuántos años?
Llevo 12 años siendo el número 1 en venta de propiedades en Estados Unidos a mexicanos. En el 2016 fui Fastest Growing Company en todo Estados Unidos. En el 2018 estuve dentro del grupo de los 10 empresarios mexicanos más importantes en Estados Unidos, reconocidos por la Casa Blanca, y fui la única mujer.
Muy bien. Oye, ¿y como cuántos millones de dólares has vendido en toda tu carrera?
Yo creo que ya como arriba de $1 billón.
$1 billón.
$1 billón de dólares vendidos, no ganados, ¿eh? Vendidos.
Bueno, está bien, bravo, muy bien, Perla. Y quiero que hablemos un poco de la plataforma EXP, ¿no? I want to talk about EXP, porque creo que mucha gente no sabe exactamente qué es EXP, y creo que es una buena manera para impulsar, no solamente a las pequeñas personas, a las mujeres, a los pequeños empresarios, sino que puede haber muchas oportunidades. ¿Qué es, Perla? Cuéntanos.
Bueno, pues yo llevaba 12 años trabajando para una empresa que se llama Cervera, una empresa muy buena y muy reconocida en Miami. Yo ya quería tener un cambio porque muchos de mis clientes me pedían pues también cosas en España, en Aspen, en Vail, etcétera, y no nada más Miami. Y entonces estuve como buscando otras opciones internacionales, y la verdad es que ninguna me convencía. Yo llevaba ya como unos 5 años siguiendo a Elena y a su esposo Grant. Yo leo muchísimo, fui muy mala en la escuela, entonces realmente a partir de los 25 años me empecé a hacer yo misma a través de lectura, conferencias, etcétera. Y hoy día leo 2, 3 libros al mes. Y uno de los libros que más me gustó y que más es un libro de Grant Cardone que se llama 10X Rule, que trata de cómo hacer 10 veces mejor tu vida en todo, en tu vida personal, en tus negocios, etcétera. De ahí me seguí con todos los libros de Grant y luego empecé a leer el libro de Elena Cardone y llevaba yo 5 años siendo fan de ellos. Entonces los seguía, veía qué hacían, etcétera. Y de repente, el último año, mucha gente, tanto en Miami como en México, me empezaron a invitar a este movimiento que se llama EXP. Pero la verdad es que la gente que me invitaba, los honro, respeto, gente muy trabajadora, pero ninguno yo como que admiraba ni decía yo quiero ser así. Hasta que un día hace 5 meses, en mayo, Elena puso en sus redes algo de EXP Luxury. Yo me dedico mucho al mercado de lujo y puso una mansión en Washington de 22 millones y le pregunté que si EXP también trataba de lujo y me dijo sí, ¿cuándo hablamos? Y le dije voy a Miami en 15 días. Me dijo no, mañana mismo hablemos. Al día siguiente hablamos, la verdad es que más bien yo estaba emocionada por la conferencia. A los 15 días fui a Miami, pero realmente yo iba nada más por la foto con Grant y con ella. Lo de EXP como que X. Pero Nico, que trabaja conmigo, me decía, Perla, pon atención porque está muy interesante y va a ser el Amazon del real estate. Y entonces pues puse atención y la manera en que Elena me lo platicó, la verdad es que me encantó. Y luego le pregunté, le dije, Elena, ¿por qué alguien tan exitoso y tan wealthy como tú estás en esto? Y me dijo, primero porque quiero ayudar a muchísima gente a construir su imperio. El libro de ella se llama How to Build an Empire, How to Have It All, que es cómo construir tu imperio y tenerlo todo. Entonces me dijo, yo quiero ayudar a toda la gente a hacer sus imperios. Y eso pues como que me atrapó mucho y dije, si alguien tan exitoso como ella y tan exitosamente económicamente también como es ella está en eso, tiene que haber algo interesante. Entonces, como me dijo Nico, puse atención en la plática, me pareció algo espectacular. Nosotros como agentes de bienes raíces tenemos altas y bajas. Cuando el mercado está alto, bueno, pues vendemos muchísimo, hacemos muchísimo dinero en un año. Y cuando el mercado está bajo la sufrimos porque finalmente tenemos un estilo de vida pues de alto nivel que tenemos que mantener y la verdad es que hay veces que pues sufrimos todos los agentes de bienes raíces. Este tipo de movimiento que se llama EXP, les voy a hablar de unos facts muy interesantes. Punto número 1, la empresa empezó en el 2009 con un cuate que se llama Glenn Sanford, que era el top producer número 1 para Keller Williams. Él era el número 1 para todo el país y vendía online, no conocía nunca a la gente. Era de estos cerebritos. Él hizo una plataforma, que es esto que es EXP, en el 2009. Fue yendo así, y en el 2015 se volvió público. Y hoy día la plataforma está en Nasdaq y vale 6.9 billones de dólares. Es la agencia de bienes raíces con más crecimiento a nivel mundial. Hay 67,000 personas ya, agentes, 17 países y cada 4 meses van a abrir 5 países. Eso me atrajo muchísimo para quien quiera estar interesado en entrar en este tipo de plataforma que independientemente de las ventas tiene un tipo de modelo que si tú invitas a gente, ganas de esa gente, pero es tan interesante que nosotras dos, que ella es una reina del real estate en Estados Unidos y yo aquí creo que somos los nombres más importantes para bienes raíces, por lo menos en México y en Estados Unidos, decidimos estar con ellos, pues porque realmente está espectacular. Entonces, bueno, eso es lo que es EXP y me gustaría también, Érico, platicarte rapidísimo cómo está el mercado de Miami.
Sí, si quieren saber cómo está el mercado de Miami, creen que hay burbuja, creen que está caro.
Mucha gente ahorita me estuvo preguntando que cómo estaba Miami, por eso te lo quería comentar, que si había subido ya la burbuja, que si estaba todo carísimo, etcétera. En la pandemia se dio algo muy interesante. Para empezar, la gente que vivía en Nueva York, que un departamento, como ustedes saben, en Manhattan de este tamaño vale $5 millones. Con $5 millones la gente, y aparte estaban en departamentos chiquititos sin balcones, pues bajaron a Miami, compraron muchísimo en Miami, se absorbió todo el inventario que había y subieron los precios. Es por eso que subieron los precios. Y también el state tax, tanto en Nueva York como en California, es altísimo y Miami no tiene state tax. Entonces mucha gente de California y de Nueva York está migrando a vivir a Miami y es por eso que los precios han subido. No es por otra cosa, ni por una burbuja falsa ni nada, simplemente porque muchísima gente de California y de Nueva York están bajando a Miami, y también porque en Miami, tanto en toda la parte como Miami, como Orlando, etcétera, se están desarrollando edificios ya con el modelo COVID, edificios wellness, edificios que tienen probióticos en el aire acondicionado, en el cual el probiótico te llega hasta el píloro y hace que no entre ningún virus, ninguna bacteria, ningún patógeno en tu cuerpo. O sea que estás durmiendo y estás sanando, digamos, o te estás poniendo una capa protectora para salir al exterior y no contagiarte, de luz circadiana, para que, por ejemplo, la gente que viene de fuera a sus departamentos no tenga jet lag, para que las neuronas funcionen mejor, un cierto tipo de cosas que están haciendo ahorita en Miami y en Orlando para que los edificios sean saludables, pero no nada más de vamos a hacer meditación y yoga, que también es muy bueno, sino que los departamentos adentro estén saludables. Entonces es una tendencia muy interesante que al neoyorquino y al californiano le está gustando mucho moverse a Miami, por la parte wellness y por la parte del state tax.
Ya, Elena, no, gracias por lo de Miami. Si alguien tiene más dudas puede ver a Elena, aquí va a estar, sin lugar a dudas. Perdón, a Perla, ella les puede responder más dudas acerca del mercado. But I wanna say something. We went like 1 month ago to meet the Cardones, no? And we were like, Perla told us, come and meet them. Let's see what we can do together. So once you get into the office, you get like all boosted up, like everybody gets you like applause and crowders and how do you get all the time like this? No, because I feel you're like that, and also we didn't expect to meet your husband, but your husband was like hyper. It feels like I already met him before, no? He's really easy, no? Both of you are really easy to come with, no? So how do you get like this? Where do you get it?
Grant and I are we're on the same mission. We actually got on the same page. For the first 4 years of our marriage, actually, we weren't. I was off doing my thing, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I was operating under the fact that, I had to be this independent woman, never depend on a man for anything. So what ended up happening is I was building all day, he was building all day, we'd come home and tear apart. And then finally in 2008, when our empire was threatened and we were on the verge of losing everything, that's when I had to look at, well, what are we doing here? And in that moment, we aligned. It was my first entrepreneurial moment, actually, because I put all my chips on him, on a man, and I traded in my acting career in order to trade up to this potential of this empire thing. So what we did was we divided up our strengths and our weaknesses, not based on male or female, because I was always trying to vie for this position. But we divided up who does what in our relationship based on strengths and weaknesses, not based on man, woman. So we figured out what our roles were, what our strengths were. I get to be the boss in our family of X, Y, and Z. He clearly gets to be the boss of the business, not because he's a man, but just because he happens to be extremely knowledgeable about business. And I was an artist, so you can't be stupid when you're doing this. You have to be real, right? So he gets to be the boss of the business and this and that. But we aligned. In 2008, we actually got our purpose. I'm getting back to why we can stay energized and excited about this, because that was the first moment where we figured out, where are we going? Who are we as a couple? What is our mission? What are we here to do? Before, we were just going through life just like doing us, and like individually, not even as a team yet. We hadn't learned to work in a coordinated, collaborated effort in order to reach a heightened level of success. So we got a purpose. We figured out who we are, what is our mission, what do we want to do, and we've been really supporting each other to hit that goal. And it's the first time in my life that I met somebody of comparable magnitude who thinks as big as I do. You know, I asked Grant, what is it that you want to do? And he said, I want all 7 billion people on the planet to know who I am. Some people could look at that and say, that's arrogant. I looked at it and said, I met my match. I'm going to help you do that. So here's the thing. When you set a goal so big, I want to reach 7 billion people of the planet. Now imagine, and there's a reason for that, because I believe, and I'm his biggest fan, that if we reach 7 billion people on the planet, I believe my husband has the products and services to help you become financially free. And so if 7 billion people, if we reached them and only half of them got it, we made a huge impact. But what I was going to say is, when you set goals that big and you work as a team, now all of a sudden the little petty stuff, you know, fighting over you left a toothbrush in a pile of water and that really upsets me, or you didn't, you know, take the stickers off for fruit, or whatever people fight over that are so small and insignificant, which is tempting to fight about because I like a good fight, you know. But when you really go for, like, hey, we're trying to reach 7 billion people of the planet. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to be impactful. Suddenly you have this urgency. It's never enough. You can't move fast enough. And it's helped our relationship because we really don't fight about the small stuff anymore. It's too insignificant. It's like boom, 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 boom. We're trying to win the Super Bowl game of life. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're trying to win something big. We're not playing small. Everyone in our organization has bought into the mission. You know, we are trying to change lives, make a difference. We want people winning from our products and services. Everyone that works in our building knows that. They see that. They see the testimonials of the wins from around the world that people are having with our products. And they're 10x. And if they're not, they're going to fall by the wayside because we expect competence, excellence, honor, integrity, truthfulness, and if that's not you, you're not going to hang in our environment, you know? So we really surround ourselves with people who have that mindset, and that's why they clap, because they know I'm meeting you and Perla, and you know, we hang the Mexican flag when Luis Mendez comes, and you know, it's because we're not full of bull. You can say a lot of things about us. You cannot say we're not transparent. We're very real. We're very real. We're not perfect, but we're very real. And so when you show up into our organization, they see us growing and expanding and having wins and gains and bringing the globe and us together. And that excites people too. So it's easy to be excited in our atmosphere.
You sold it to me. I'm already on your team. So, no, all right. So we had to cut this, no, because we have a phone call from Jordan Belfort. No, the real wolf of Wall Street. He's going to have a phone call with Memo in Zoom. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for welcoming me to your country.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a great honor. Thank you.
Gracias.
Si alguien quiere saber algo más, aquí va a estar Elena y Perla y con mucho gusto los va a atender.